What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. So I've had a little bit of a break last couple of weeks. It's been super busy. I've had a lot going on at FitLab, Christmas, moving, which is what I'm about to show you guys now. I'm coming back to you now with all the fitness content. So today, as you can see, I am in a new apartment. Now what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you guys a little bit around the new place, the new pad, and I'm also then going to talk to you guys a little bit about my goals this year and what we're looking to achieve. Also what you can expect on the channel and a few other things as well. So let's start off with an apartment tour. Let's get straight to it. So I've been living in this apartment now for about 2 weeks. Kind of moved in a little bit before Christmas. Very stressful, a lot of things going on. Officially got myself in here at the start of the year, which is pretty cool. So I now live in Dubai Marina. Before I was living in JVC. So they're not too far apart, probably about kind of 15 to 20 minutes drive. Marina is, I'd say, a more desirable location. It's more expensive. It's kind of more in the mix of things. And that's kind of what I felt like I was ready for. There was a few things about my previous apartment I didn't like so much. There was a lot of building work going on outside, which was becoming very frustrating, especially when you work from home and you like your peace and your quiet. So there was that. There's obviously the fact as well that my brother's gonna be moving out here very soon. So we wanted to find an apartment that suited us both. And we felt like being in a powerful, strong environment on Dubai Marina was the place for us to both be in. So that's why we decided to come here. Have to say, I'm very, very pleased with where I'm living at the moment. It's a lovely place, amazing view, very, very, very good apartment. So let's give you guys a little bit of a tour. Now, I'm gonna show you obviously the apartment. I'm not gonna go around the building and try and kind of film some of the other amenities because I've heard that they're not too great with filming here. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys kind of a little bit around the building, kind of just a bit more slyly, and we'll overlap it on this video so you can see. So anyway, let's just get into the apartment. Obviously this is a bathroom, you don't need to see a bathroom, I'm sure. Firstly, we've got our kitchen. So kitchen is pretty nice. It's big, it's open, it's exactly what I need. A lot of these things are kind of things I bought myself, classic air fryer, all that kind of stuff. So there's probably still a few more bits that I could add to this. Obviously, I've only been here for a couple of weeks, so bear with. We've got the classic supplement cupboard. Again, looking a little bit better actually. I'll probably add to that a little bit more. A few other things, spices, food. We're not gonna do a food haul today. It's probably time for another video. Anyway, then we've got the rest of the apartment. So the thing I like about this the most is it's got a really, really big living space. The problem with my previous apartment is they decided to cut off most of the apartment by making a balcony much bigger. And to be honest, I didn't go on the balcony much anyway because it was quite dirty outside because of all the building work. So here, this is much bigger. It's much more open plan. We've got a nice dining room table where I can do a little bit of work. Obviously the sofa again, which is fantastic. TV, lights, all this kind of stuff. So this is exactly kind of what I wanted in terms of a living space. And as you can see, we've got an absolutely beautiful view outside. I think that was probably the biggest thing for me that kind of got me wanting to move into this apartment and won me over after having a look at some of the other ones as well. This is literally incredible. And to wake up to this every morning and to, you know, be able to see the palm, to see Dubai Marina, we've got the wheel over there as well. This is exactly what I wanted. And this was always like a bit of a goal, I guess, I had. I wanted an apartment with a nice view. I wanted to overlook water. Something I've wanted probably for the last few years. So to finally make that happen, it's actually a bit surreal to start off with when I actually first moved in here and realized that, you know, managed to get to a place where I didn't really think was possible to start off with. So I'm really, really, really pleased with that. Obviously at night as well, this place is absolutely insane. Like all the lights, you've got the harbor, all that kind of stuff. Even the fireworks on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve were amazing. Obviously we've got fireworks going off everywhere. The wheel, we get drones coming out. So yeah, pretty amazing stuff here. Balcony is about the right size as well. So very, very pleased with that. Obviously then that leads into the next room. Nice little seating area out here as well, where sometimes I just like to read my book, do a little bit of work, or sometimes eat or have a coffee outside in the morning. So very, very, very good. Anyway, that takes us nicely now into some of the other rooms. Now we've got, at the moment, this is a 2-bedroom apartment. Now, very fortunate at the moment, I'm obviously able to have an office because Matt's not here. Obviously, I look forward to him being here, but at the moment, I'm able to have a little bit more space, which is good. So at the moment, this is the room. Obviously, again, nice to be able to go out and have the balcony outside and get that amazing view in the morning, which is good. Now, when I first moved in, there wasn't any curtains in this apartment. So it was very difficult to get to sleep at night. As you can imagine, all these lights coming in, it's very difficult to actually make this dark, and that was a bit of a struggle, but we got there. So very, very happy with the room. And then finally, we've got the office. At the moment, we've got the office. So this is obviously probably gonna be my room or Matt's room. We're not 100% sure yet in terms of how we're gonna split it. Obviously, one room has got an ensuite, the other room has got the balcony. So I don't know what would be a better option. It's difficult to know. Kind of both of them have got benefits, which is a good thing. So no one's kind of getting the short straw, I guess. So we've got my office at the moment. This is where I'm getting all my deep work done, calls, all that kind of stuff. And then again, we've got a nice view outside. And yeah, exactly what I'd have wanted as well in terms of being able to get work done. Looking outside at that view, it's very inspiring and it makes me more productive. It kind of helps me have more energy and be more creative. And that's another thing that I've always really wanted. I've always wanted an office which inspires me. I want an office which actually helps me kind of get to that kind of flow state, which again, with where I'm at now, really does help. So very pleased with this. A few little tweaks and stuff that I still need to sort out. Obviously the walls are very bare at the moment. We've got a few things up, but having only moved in for a couple of weeks, especially with how the year started as well with the business, it's been super busy, as you can imagine with it being January. So I haven't had loads of time to spend obviously improving the interior and stuff like that. So we will be looking to do that kind of at some point. So guys, that is the new pad right in the heart of Marina in a tower called Princess Tower. Now, this is the third tallest building in Dubai, I think. I think it's like the 33rd or 34th or something like that tallest building in the world. It's very tall. It goes all the way up to the 93rd floor. Now, what's insane is on the 93rd floor, you can sit there, you can have a coffee, you can work. They've actually got like a workroom on the top. So you can literally see the whole of Dubai from the top, which is incredible. So I've been up there a couple of times. It's definitely gonna be a place where I'll go out there a little bit more and do some work. As I say, we've got things like gyms here, swimming pools, saunas, all that kind of stuff as well. Gonna put a little bit of footage on the screen now so you can see the gym. For me at the moment, it's exactly what I would have wanted. It's got a nice weights room, it's got squat racks, it's got Smith machines, dumbbells got up to 40 kilos, which is good. It's even got its own cardio room as well, so we've got everything in terms of that, and a nice split between that as well. Swimming pool, again, as you can see now, is insane. Very nice. It's a nice area to be able to chill, go outside, have a swim, chill at the weekends, get some sun. Very pleased to have that as well. So the overall kind of amenities in this building are insane, and with it being right on the marina too, it's kind of a prime location, so you've got everything that you need. And that's one of the reasons as well that I'm probably going to look to sell my car, is it feel like at the moment I don't really need my car anymore, which is a shame because I only bought my car a year ago and actually really like it. It's one of those things that I'm probably not going to end up using much, especially where my gym, my work, everything I need at the moment is exactly here. So it's probably just going to end up sitting downstairs and not really getting much attention, which is not what we want for a nice Audi. Anyway, what we're going to do now is I'm going to sit down, I'm going to run you through what to expect on the channel coming up over the next few months, and also what my goals are for this year in terms of fitness. So hopefully you can take a bit of inspiration when it comes to setting your own personal goals. So in terms of goals this year, when it comes to goal setting, I always try and kind of split things into different areas of my life. So there's kind of like 5 main areas that I set goals on. Now, I did this when I was flying back to Dubai. So on the plane back, I find that that's when I'm traveling, such a good time to actually sit down and set goals, especially when you're thousands of miles up in the sky, there's no distractions. So it gives me time to really think about what I want to achieve this year. And that's something that we should all do, like really think about the different areas of our life and think about why we want to reach a certain goal. The biggest areas I focus on are my business, financial goals, my personal goals, my fitness goals, my relationship and my family goals. Now, could set in other areas as well. I'm not saying that's the only 5, but these are the kind of 5 biggest things. And then what I'll try and do is think of maybe 4 to 5 goals in each area. And then from there, I've got a good idea of what I want to achieve this year. Now, a lot of the goals that I set last year, some of them I achieved. I'm not going to reveal them all on here. Some of them I didn't achieve, which is fine. We shouldn't set goals that we always accomplish. In fact, there should be some goals that you shouldn't accomplish, because that means that you've actually set a goal that was pretty hard to achieve, okay? If you achieve all your goals really easily, then they probably weren't big enough goals. So some of the fitness goals that I'm working towards, they're the ones I'm happy to share with you guys. I'm not gonna talk about my finances, I'm not gonna talk about my family goals, all that kind of stuff. These are obviously personal, and they should be personal to you. So in terms of some of the things that I wanna achieve this year with my fitness goals that maybe might help kind of inspire you as well if you haven't set any goals at the moment, or you're a little bit unsure of what kind of goals to set, these are kind of some of the biggest things that I'm trying to focus on. They're all kind of tangible as well in terms of they're goals that can be measured and making sure that I reach them. So the first is for me to do a sub 18-minute 5K and a sub 40-minute 10K. Now, the reason why I set goals in this area is because before I got injured, I was really getting into running. I did 2 half marathons last year, actually with a torn pec, but then obviously had the surgery, which is when that did get me back a little bit. So I really want to get back into my running. I've already started, did a 5K in Dubai a few days ago, and I was about 20 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that for a 5K. Considering I haven't done it for a long time, I was very pleased with that, because for me now to push and shave off 2 minutes, obviously that's going to be a big challenge, but it says, hey, like, you don't want to set goals that are really easy. You actually want to set goals that do scare you a little bit. And I know that I've got a sub 18 5K in me. I just need to prepare. I need to get my body conditioned. I need to get used to running a fast intensity. It's going to be a fast paced run. I'm not going to be running like zone 2. It's going to be hard, and I will know I can achieve that goal. The sub 40 10K is, again, super hard. I think when you run from 5K to 10K, like 10K is a lot more of a challenge. Okay, like 5K you can kind of somewhat sprint a lot of it because it's about 20 minutes, right? Whereas as soon as you push up beyond that, like the 10K is more challenging. So to do a sub 40 minute 10K, I know will be tough because it requires running at, again, a quick pace, but I know that I can achieve that. So that's another goal that I've set myself for this year. In terms of my physique, so my goal is to do another photo shoot this year and get in the shape of my life again. Now, the reason why this goal is so important to me is mainly because of my injury. So obviously, since I tore my pec, things have never really gone back to the way that I'd have wanted. My physique's not gone back exactly to the way I'd wanted, which is, again, pretty standard. I had, a horrendous injury, surgery, was out of training for a long time. Of course, my physique's not gonna be at its best. So for me now, kind of coming to 8 to 9 months post-surgery, I'll be 12 months post-surgery in April. I want to get back to where I was before. I'm really hungry to achieve that now. I want to get back to those standards, the physique. I want to go beyond that. So for me, a photo shoot is always the easiest way for me to mark that progress. It's always an easy way for me to document it and set an actual end goal, something that's tangible, something I'm working towards, create urgency. So for me, I'm not actually sure when I'll do that. At the moment, I'm still building muscle. It would be a bit stupid for me to go into like a real strict fat loss phase because my body needs to gain the muscle back that it lost, especially my chest. It's still weak. So for now, I'm looking to build, but potentially towards the back end of the year, maybe even around kind of like November, December time, that's when I'll probably look to do a photo shoot and again, like document getting in the shape of my life after probably one of the biggest setbacks that I've ever had. The next is again, like related to my pec injury. So I want to get back to 90% strength and I want to fully recover from this injury, okay? Aesthetics, performance, like I want to get back to 90%. Now, the reality is with an injury like this, it would be probably unrealistic for me to think I'm going to get back to 100%. And that's strength and aesthetics, okay? Because when a muscle is completely kind of torn off from where it was before, no surgeon is ever going to be able to get it back to perfect to where it was. It's always going to slightly be compromised. So for me, if I can get 90% back strength-wise in terms of the way it looks, that for me is another goal as well. So by the end of this year, I'm hoping that I can get to that position and be really happy with that. The next goal I've set myself is to do a Hyrox in Dubai. They do a few Hyroxes in Dubai, but the one that I'm looking to do will probably be towards the end of the year. Now, the reason why Hyrox is something that really interests me is because it really plays on a lot of the parts of fitness that I love. It works in terms of cardiovascular, which is what I like my running for, and strength as well, which is what I've always done in terms of lifting weights and getting strong. And I can kind of build those two together. And the fact there's one in Dubai as well is fantastic. And it's just a fitness event that I want to do. I want to really push myself. I want to challenge myself. I want to compete against other people and see where I can push myself. That is something that I want to do, again, potentially towards the back end of this year. The next is to take up Muay Thai. Now, that's something that I've kind of dabbled in a little bit. I have done mixed martial arts in the past. When I was a kid, I really enjoyed it. And then just kind of, life happened, started playing other sports, never got back into it. But I've always been a fan of combat sports. I like the idea of looking after yourself, being strong physically, knowing how to handle yourself. So I want to take up that as a hobby this year. Luckily, I live where there's an incredible MMA gym literally within like 5 minutes, so I can get into that. I'm also going to Thailand this year, which I've booked for a whole month with Matt, my brother, which is going to be amazing. And our goal out there as well is to take up Muay Thai and actually have a one-to-one trainer out there for a month and really get into it. And I think if you're trying to get good at something, the quickest way you do that is by investing in yourself, especially in a one-to-one format, and actually learning off someone else. So that is another massive goal that I've set myself and I want to understand and do this year, so that I'm starting to get into a new hobby as well, and then probably just take up Muay Thai after that and just do that as something that I'm kind of bringing into my weekly schedule. And the last goal that I've set myself in regards to fitness is to get fully keto adapted and experience the benefits. Now, the reason why I want to do this is because I kind of tried keto last time, but it just didn't really work in terms of the fact that my goals changed. I could get back to training again, I could get back to full lifting again, and then to be in a keto adapted state when I really wanted to start building muscle, I just felt like it wasn't optimal. So my goal this year is to give it another try, as I did enjoy it and I enjoyed the benefits. So I want to actually properly try it, probably for my photo shoot prep if I do one, and spend at least kind of 12 to 16 weeks potentially working in a keto state and see if I actually enjoy the benefits. Again, see what I think about the whole process. So those are my fitness goals this year. We've got 6 in total. I might not achieve them all. I'm gonna try and achieve them all, but at least I've got goals there that I can work towards. They're tangible, I can look at them, I can know that I'm measuring them. And again, there are goals in all the other areas of my life as well. I've sat down properly, I've thought about why they're important to me, and I've set them ready to attack on this year. So that's my goals. In terms of this channel, I did actually set myself a goal with this channel to try and get to 10K subscribers by the end of this year. So we'll see where that goes. My posting has been a little bit inconsistent in the last few weeks, so that's definitely not gonna help. However, I've got my reasons for that. It's been a super busy time. I obviously traveled back to the UK, traveled into a new apartment. FitLab has got very, very busy with new clients, which again, I'm absolutely over the moon with. Myself and Matt are really happy, but again, it's meant that a lot of time has been spent, doing that. So the YouTube channel is obviously slacked a little bit in the last couple of weeks, but my goal now is to start getting out really, really good content, really informative content, really diving into fitness, fat loss, staying in shape, living a healthy lifestyle, a bit around the kind of different training modalities, hybrid, all that kind of stuff, and educate you guys as much as possible over the course of this next 12 months. And putting out weekly content in which you're going to see. And we've already got a few batched now ready to go, which I'm really excited to share with you guys over the next few weeks. If there's any specific fitness content that you want to see that you think would be really useful or helpful, whether that's nutrition, training, lifestyle, whatever it is, just drop a comment below and I'll make sure that that's something that we include next month. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching this video. Really, really looking forward to sharing some more content with you. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribing for future videos, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I post. I'm going to catch you in the next video.